skip over this part of the show, so you'll never know what it is, but I want you to see their reactions. I think optically, when you don't include other black leaders in the culture in the fold, I mean, not just take me out of it. The Breakfast Club, I mean, you should have honored and brought more black.
Jason Lee has made some pretty bold claims and is now threatening to expose Beyonce's deep, dark secrets. Talk about audacity.
Receipts I just told you about, then I'll put those out. Whew.
The fires that will come of that.
I ain't worried. I ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing this industry game.
In a recent podcast appearance, Jason Lee seems to have stirred up a storm by airing his grievances against none other than the Queen Bey herself, Beyonce. The catalyst for this drama? Lee's perceived snub from the premiere of Beyonce's documentary, Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, and what he considers a deliberate exclusion of black media outlets. Beyonce, riding high on the success of her lucrative Renaissance tour, which raked in a staggering $500 million, has been in the spotlight for not only her musical prowess, but also her commitment to showcasing black talent. The documentary's red carpet premieres were lauded for celebrating diversity and inclusion, but it seems not everyone was pleased. Jason Lee, known for his outspoken nature, didn't mince words when expressing his disappointment in not receiving an invitation to the star-studded premiere. He criticized Beyonce for what he perceived as a lack of representation, stating, "I think optically when you don't include other black leaders in the culture in the fold, you should have honored and brought more black people in because Beyonce has such a huge voice." The controversy deepened when Lee drew comparisons between Beyonce and Rihanna, suggesting that the Fenty beauty mogul is more attuned to cultural nuances. "I think Rihanna is more relatable to people. Her pulse is on the culture. She knows what's happening. She knows the people who are moving the culture," he remarked, subtly taking a swipe at Beyonce's supposed detachment. Lee didn't stop there. He audaciously claimed that he deserved an invitation due to his considerable financial support, having allegedly purchased tickets worth a staggering $40,000 for 3 of Beyonce's Renaissance concerts. As if that wasn't enough, he dropped a bombshell by hinting at having exclusive inside information about the Grammy-winning artist, tantalizingly covering his face with a piece of paper as he shared these secrets, with the audio appropriately censored. "We're friends in the game. Can you imagine if I put that on Hollywood Unlocked? So that in itself, Beyonce could have gave me, you know what I mean? I feel like there should be a little love there," he provocatively declared, leaving listeners intrigued and scandalized. Adding fuel to the fire, Lee implicated Beyonce's longtime publicist, Yvette Noel Schur, suggesting she was fully aware of his unwavering support for the Halo singer. "Yvette knows I still have the receipts. Yvette knows I got the receipts. I got them," Lee boldly claimed, implying that he had evidence to back up his claims. The plot thickened when Lee hinted at potential blackmail, stating, "I'm trying to book Kelly Rowland right now. Now, if I don't get Kelly Rowland because I say this about, then it's going to be a problem. Then I'm putting out receipts. The receipts I just told y'all about, then I'll pull those out." The implications of this veiled threat left listeners on the edge of their seats, wondering what secrets Lee might reveal and how it could impact Beyonce's reputation. Predictably, the internet erupted with reactions to the scandalous podcast clip, which quickly went viral, amassing millions of views across various social media platforms. Many questioned the credibility of Lee's claims, arguing that someone as private and guarded as Beyonce would never befriend someone like him, let alone share sensitive information. Adding a layer of intrigue to the controversy, online sleuths resurfaced a past interaction between Beyonce and Lee, where the songstress was purportedly seen avoiding the blogger at a Roc Nation brunch. This snippet from their history fueled speculation about an underlying tension or a past disagreement, potentially contributing to Lee's current vendetta. However, conspiracy theories have been circulating online about what T. Jason could possibly have against Beyonce. In fact, all these speculations have resurfaced the allegations that were brought up earlier this year by Uncle Ron, who claimed to have been Jay-Z and Beyonce's bodyguard at some point. Uncle Ron posted several videos on TikTok where he talked about several controversial things that Beyonce and Jay-Z have done. One particular thing he mentioned was how the celebrity couple has stepped on and even unalived those they considered to be competition.
"I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people."
Beyonce was accused of completely destroying Carrie Hilson's career after claims from the Beyhive that Carrie had thrown shade at Queen Bee in her hit song Turnin' Me On. Although the lyrics didn't explicitly mention Beyonce's name, many listeners believed that some lines from the Turning Me On lyrics were a stinging attack on Beyonce. Your vision cloudy if you think that you the best. You can dance, she can sing, but need to move it to the left, she sang. Many believe that Carrie Hilson dissed Beyonce with lines about moving it to the left because it seemed to be a reference to Beyonce's 2006 song Irreplaceable. The beef between Carrie and Beyonce skyrocketed in 2011 when Carrie refused to hold the newest issue of Juicy magazine after noticing Beyonce and Jay-Z were on the cover. As a result of this, Carrie faced an unimaginable amount of backlash from Queen Bee's fans in the following years. As the internet hate grew more severe and became unbearable, Carrie took to Twitter in 2013 where she wrote, "You have no idea what your hateful words could do to someone's spirit. Years of verbal AB from strangers all day long. Enough is enough." In the upcoming years, Carrie tried to move on with her career, but fans wouldn't let her forget the beef. In fact, the singer has not released a single album in the past decade since the backlash from Beyonce's fans forced Carrie to step away from the limelight. Well, if you think that's the only celebrity and Jay-Z have destroyed, think again. Keisha Cole, an exceptionally talented R&B artist, found herself at the epicenter of a maelstrom when she dared to voice her critical opinions of Beyonce.
And I love Beyonce. And you was like, first it was all let's have camaraderie, and to me that just wasn't her. You know what I mean? Her thing. But I don't know. Like dude said, she switched it up or something.
The 2013 feud between Keisha Cole and Beyonce was one of the most talked about and controversial celebrity clashes of that year. It garnered significant attention from fans, the media, and the entertainment industry. This feud had its roots in a series of events and statements made by both artists, and it unfolded against the backdrop of a competitive music industry and the power dynamics within it. Keisha Cole, a talented R&B singer and songwriter, was known for her soulful voice and honest, relatable lyrics. She had risen to prominence with hits like Love and Heaven Sent and had built a loyal fan base over the years. The feud began when Keisha Cole took to Twitter to express her opinions on Beyonce's hit song, Bow Down, I've Been On. Don't forget it, respect that. The song was seen by some as a bold assertion of Beyonce's dominance in the music industry. Keisha Cole, however, saw it differently. She tweeted, "Can't stand when people all self-righteous when it's convenient, it makes them look good. LMAO, but can still talk S when convenient to FOH." In a since-deleted tweet, she went on to add, "First women need to stick together, now is better bow. Sim, but it's all G. Chicks stay shooting the but when I speak my mind, it's a prob." Keisha Cole's comments were unvarnished, forthright, and unapologetic, laying bare her candid assessment of Beyonce's work. She chose Twitter as her platform, a realm known for its swiftness and direct link to the public. In her tweets, she challenged Beyonce's lyrics and stage presence, contending that women should stand together rather than succumb to rivalry. Her critique did not mince words, with phrases like, "Women need to stick together," and "It makes them look good, but can still talk when convenient too." These comments, though undeniably a reflection of her genuine viewpoint, evoked a wide spectrum of reactions. Some lauded Keisha Cole for her unapologetic forthrightness, praising her for championing unity among women. Others, especially within the formidable ranks of Beyonce's fervent fan base, known as the Beyhive, vehemently disagreed and took personal offense. Beyonce, a celebrated icon in the music world and a symbol of female empowerment, had legions of protective and devoted followers. In the digital age, this controversy escalated with astonishing speed. Fans of both artists fervently engaged in heated debates across social media platforms. Keisha Cole's remarks quickly evolved into a trending topic, drawing intense attention to the unfolding drama. While her comments genuinely echoed her personal beliefs, they also kindled a wider public uproar. You see, Queen Bey, as she's affectionately known, is not merely a global sensation. She's a phenomenon. With a career spanning decades, she's earned the admiration and devotion of countless fans around the world. But perhaps no group is more passionate, fervent, and protective of Beyonce than her ardent fan base, affectionately dubbed the Beyhive. But the Beyhive is not just any fan club. It's a force to be reckoned with. To truly understand the impact and significance of the Beyhive, one must delve into the depths of Beyonce's journey and the evolution of her fan base. Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter burst onto the music scene as the lead singer of Destiny's Child in the late 1990s. Her talent and charisma were immediately evident, and she quickly ascended to the zenith of the music world. Destiny's Child, under her leadership, became became one of the best-selling girl groups in history. However, it was when Beyonce embarked on her solo career that she truly became a global icon. Albums like Dangerously in Love, B-Day, and I Am Sasha Fierce showcased her versatility as an artist with hits like Crazy in Love, Irreplaceable, and Single Ladies Put a Ring on It, becoming anthems for a generation. But it was her self-titled album, Beyonce, released without any prior announcement in 2013, that signaled a paradigm shift in the music industry. It showcased her as an artist unafraid to challenge conventions and expectations. The album's themes of empowerment, feminism, and self-expression struck a chord with many, making it an instant classic. As Beyonce's artistry evolved, so did her fan base. The Beyhive began as a term of endearment for her fans, but it has since become a powerful collective of individuals who fiercely defend and support their queen. What sets the Beyhive apart is their unwavering dedication. They don't merely attend concerts and buy albums. They defend Beyonce on social media, analyze her every move, and mobilize to protect her from any perceived threats. The Beyhive's dedication is not limited to their online presence. They are known for their philanthropic efforts, including supporting various charitable causes championed by Beyonce herself. The Beyhive doesn't just stand their idol, they also embody the values she promotes, such as social justice, equality, and empowerment. One of the key factors that have contributed to the Beyhive's strength is Beyonce's own connection with her fans. She has an uncanny ability to make each member of the Beyhive feel seen and appreciated. Whether it's through her music, her personal messages, or her actions, Beyonce conveys a sense of gratitude and love for her supporters. Social media has played a significant role in the growth and influence of the Beyhive. Platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr have provided spaces for fans to connect, share their adoration for Beyonce, and mobilize for various causes. The Beyhive's online presence is both a testament to their dedication and a demonstration of their collective power. However, with great power comes great responsibility, and the Beyhive has faced criticism for their fervent defense of Beyonce. At times, their passion has escalated into online confrontations with those who dare to criticize or challenge their queen. This has led to accusations of cyberbullying and toxic behavior, a reputation that the Beyhive as a whole vehemently rejects. In essence, the Beyhive represents the duality of fan culture in the digital age. They are a formidable force for good, using their collective power to support charitable causes and advocate for social justice. Simultaneously, they are a force to be reckoned with when it comes to defending their idol against any form of criticism. So basically, Keyshia Cole's comments about Beyonce fell directly into the crosshairs of the Beyhive. With its unparalleled online presence and unwavering devotion, the Hive swiftly mobilized to defend their queen. Social media platforms became battlegrounds where fans clashed over differing opinions about Beyonce's artistry and the significance of Keyshia Cole's comments. The Beyhive's response was not merely about defending an artist, it was about upholding the ideals and values that Beyonce represents. For them, Beyonce is not just a singer, she is a symbol of strength, resilience, and empowerment. Any attack on her, even in the form of constructive criticism, is seen as an affront to those principles. The clash between Keyshia Cole and the Beyhive revealed the complex dynamics of fan culture in the digital age. It showcased the power of online communities to both support and protect their idols. It also highlighted the challenges of navigating conversations about artists in a hyper-connected world, where opinions can quickly escalate into heated debates and conflicts. In the end, the controversy surrounding Keyshia Cole's comments became a pivotal moment in her career, a defining chapter that would cast a long shadow. It wasn't just an argument over opinions. It had profound implications for her relationships and standing within the music industry. You see, prior to the beef, Keyshia's career was doing so well. In the mid-2000s, she was a force to be reckoned with in the R&B music scene, boasting successful albums like The Way It Is and Just Like You. These albums were not only well received critically, but also resonated with fans, propelling her to chart-topping positions and securing her status as a respected artist in her genre. The Way It Is, her debut album, was a game-changer for Keyshia Cole. Released in 2005, it featured hit singles like I Should Have Cheated and Love, which showcased her powerful vocals and emotionally went platinum and set the stage for her follow-up projects. Just Like You, released in 2007, further solidified her position in the industry. The lead single, Let It Go, was a massive hit, and the album achieved both critical acclaim and commercial success. Keyshia Cole had not only captured the hearts of R&B enthusiasts, but had also garnered the attention of the mainstream audience. Her voice and emotional depth set her apart, making her a formidable force in the industry. However, the trajectory of her career changed dramatically following her feud with Beyonce. After the confrontation with Beyonce, Keisha Cole's career began to unravel, and the first sign of trouble was the decline in her album sales. Her post-controversy releases faced a daunting challenge in recapturing the glory of her earlier works. Fans and critics alike began to notice a significant shift in her music, and this reflected in album sales. Keisha Cole released several albums in the aftermath of the controversy, including A Different Me, Calling All Hearts, and Woman to Woman. While these albums still showcased her vocal prowess and songwriting skills, they couldn't replicate the success of her earlier works. Her once loyal fan base seemed to be dwindling, and these albums often struggled to gain the same level of attention and critical acclaim that her previous projects had enjoyed. A Different Me, her third studio album, marked the beginning of the decline. While it did debut at number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart, it failed to match the commercial success of her earlier releases. The album sold significantly fewer copies than Just Like You, and the singles received less airplay and attention. It became evident that her music was no longer capturing the zeitgeist as it once did. Calling All Hearts, her fourth album, continued this downward trend. It debuted at a disappointing number 9 on the Billboard 200, marking a significant drop from her previous peak positions. The album's sales figures were a fraction of what her earlier works had achieved. This decline was particularly concerning, as it suggested that Keisha Cole was no longer a dominating force in R&B music. By the time Woman to Woman was released, the writing was on the wall. The album failed to break into the top 10 of the Billboard 200 and received limited radio play. Keisha Cole was no longer the chart-topping artist she once was, and her album sales were a pale shadow of her earlier glory. In addition to the decline in album sales, Keisha Cole's chart performance also suffered in the wake of the controversy. Her ability to maintain a strong presence on the music charts was severely compromised. Her songs no longer resonated with the masses as they once had, and this reflected in her chart positions. During her heyday, Keisha Cole regularly graced the Billboard Hot 100 with her hits. Her earlier singles like Love and Let It Go had achieved top 10 positions on the chart, showcasing her influence and popularity. However, post-controversy, her songs struggled to achieve the same level of chart success. While she did manage to chart some singles post-feud, they often landed in lower positions, far from the top-tier spots she had once claimed. It was no longer a given that a Keisha Cole track would become a chart-topping hit. Her chart presence became more sporadic, and it was evident that she was no longer a dominant figure on the charts. As if that's not enough, Keisha also lost a lot of connections with key players in the music industry. In fact, producers like The Dream didn't want to work with her anymore. During an interview with The Breakfast Club, he was asked whether he would work with Cole after she suggested the song made Beyonce seem hypocritical. To this he answered, "Right now because of what happened, I can't, and I think she would respect why I can't. That's Beyonce, my family. You're talking about my family, and you can't do that."
There was something about how Keisha Cole complained that you weren't giving her any songs because of your relationship with Beyonce and how she sort of said something about Beyonce.
It wasn't nothing towards Keisha. I mean, she knows that, and everybody that with a brain knows that.
Additionally, the controversy also reverberated throughout her relationships within the music industry. Collaborations with fellow artists and producers became increasingly infrequent, as the negative publicity that had emerged due to her comments created a sense of hesitation and fear about potential backlash from the Bayhive. Keisha Cole found herself somewhat isolated, experiencing a stark shift in the dynamics of an industry where connections and alliances are crucial to success. Now, aside from destroying careers, the Carters are also blamed for allegedly removing their competition from the equation. For context, Beyonce and Jay-Z have been accused of not only conspiring against, but also unaliving a talented R&B singer by the name Aaliyah. It is alleged that Aaliyah was unalived by the powers that be in order to promote Beyonce as Jay-Z's queen. You see, Aaliyah, being older and having more experience, literally paved the way for Beyonce's stardom, because before Aaliyah passed away in the plane crash, she was modeling, singing, dancing, and acting. She was set to play Jada Pinkett Smith's role in The Matrix and also play as sister in the remake of the classic movie Sparkle. It is evident that Beyonce has stepped into the life that Aaliyah once dreamed of. In an interview conducted in Paris just weeks before Aaliyah's untimely death, she passionately discussed her aspirations and desires. Aaliyah expressed her longing to visit Egypt and immerse herself in the rich history where Cleopatra and the pharaohs once lived. She lamented not being able to meet them, but dreamt of using a time machine to experience ancient Egypt. Her fascination with Egyptian culture gathered from sacred books led her to envision standing before imposing structures and even aspiring to portray Cleopatra in a film, expressing her desire to audition for such a role in a potential remake. Interestingly, Beyonce later portrayed Cleopatra in the movie Dreamgirls, a connection that raises eyebrows considering Aaliyah's earlier aspirations. The parallels between the two artists continued as Aaliyah also shared her ambition to design clothes and accessories, indicating a desire to collaborate with a friend on this venture. Curiously, Beyonce has also delved into the world of fashion, designing both clothes and accessories. The striking similarities in their dreams and career pursuits have led many to draw connections between the two artists. Both emerged from an R&B background and pursued acting alongside their music careers, creating a narrative that suggested they were on parallel paths. For some, the uncanny resemblance in their dreams and career trajectories fueled a theory that the Illuminati had handpicked Beyonce to continue a legacy, speculating that Aaliyah might have sought an exit from this purported path. This theory suggested that only one of them could proceed on this trajectory, leading to Beyonce's alleged selection to carry on the legacy left by Aaliyah. After being replaced, Aaliyah was allegedly unalived in a plane crash almost immediately after the twin-engine Cessna 402B she was on took off from Marsh Harbor. Now, aside from all this, the former bodyguard also alleged that Beyonce and Jay-Z's marriage is not real and that it is just a contract to help them reach the top.
See, remember, your relationship was a business relationship, financial, to get to the top, to become billionaires.
Additionally, the former bodyguard also accused Jay-Z of keeping Beyonce under the influence of substances in order to control her.
Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
These speculations have also been mentioned by Jaguar Wright, who claimed that Jay-Z is Beyonce in order to control her. In a video she recently released, Jaguar also urged Bey's supporters to start a Free Beyonce campaign.
Because he's a I waited a long time to see if he would grow a conscience. And the more he pumps down his wife's throat to keep her in a
No, girl.
Beyonce's career has put her in the limelight and gotten her the title of Queen of R&B. But when you take a closer look at her life, you begin to see how she is just a puppet who has been brainwashed into believing she still has control over her life. Most people might actually not remember this, but in the early stages of her solo career, Beyonce never shied away from doing interviews and TV appearances to help promote her music. But over the years, all of that has changed. You might wonder why one of the most successful artists in the world chooses to stay away from the media as much as possible. Well, it's probably because her husband brainwashed her into doing so. In an interview by Harper's Bazaar, the 41-year-old artist revealed that so much of her life doesn't belong to her, and that she feels the need to protect her sanity by keeping her life private. In this business, so much of your life does not belong to you unless you fight for it. I've fought to protect my sanity and my privacy because the quality of my life depended on it, the Grammy winner explained. She then added, "A lot of who I am is reserved for the people I love and trust. Those who don't know me and have never met me might interpret that as being closed off. Trust, the reason those folks don't see certain things about me is because my Virgo ass does not want them to see it. It's not because it doesn't exist. I don't know about you, but Beyonce thinking that she needs to reserve herself for a few people is a huge indicator that someone, probably Jay-Z, doesn't want the world to get a glimpse of what goes on behind closed doors. This is also probably why the 53-year-old rapper was able to brainwash Beyonce to stay with him after he cheated on her. Speculation about the rapper's infidelity began in 2014 when a video surfaced of his sister-in-law Solange Knowles attacking him in an elevator. Those rumors gained steam with Beyonce's 2016 record Lemonade, which contained several semi-veiled references to cheating, such as "You can taste the dishonesty," "It's on your breath as you pass it off so cavalier," and a mention of the mysterious Becky with the good hair. Jay-Z later admitted to his transgression by offering up an explanation about why he was unfaithful to Bey. He blamed his infidelity on the way he was raised and said he was forced to go into survival mode. You have to survive. So you go into survival mode, and when you go into survival mode, what happened? You shut down all emotions. So even with women, you're going to shut down emotionally, so you can't connect. And then all the things happen from there. Infidelity, he explained. Jay-Z also offered his own apology through the lyrics in his album 444. The lyrics read, "Look, I apologize, often womanize. Took for my child to be born, see through a woman's eyes. Took for these natural twins to believe in miracles. emails. Took me too long for this song. Beyonce's decision to stay with Jay-Z after he cheated on her might not only be based on him brainwashing her, but also the fact that she already signed away her life when she married him. Sources close to the couple have revealed that Beyonce and Jay-Z's marriage is actually a business contract. Business is always part of the equation. They know they're the king and queen of hip-hop, and really, all of music. Neither wants to lose that, an insider revealed. There has also been allegations from Beyonce's family who claim that Jay-Z liked Beyonce, but she didn't reciprocate the feelings, so he decided to bind her in a contract marriage with the promise of making her famous. He was after her and she wasn't interested. She told me she wasn't too fond of him. I guess she wasn't attracted to him, Bey's uncle Larry Beyonce said. Another source also confirmed the nature of Jay-Z and Beyonce's marriage, saying, "Jay's a kingmaker. She recognized that. This was a come-up for her, no question. She had to learn the ropes as presented by Jay. But really, this was mostly about business." The source also alluded to the fact that Jay-Z controls Beyonce, saying, "There's no bigger controller than Jay. She's great, but she'd be a little lower on the totem pole if it weren't for hooking up with him." In any case, there are so many controversial secrets that have been exposed about the Carters, and fans are just waiting to see which one Jason Lee exposes next. However, their fans and critics have been left wondering whether there's any substance to Jason Lee's audacious claims, or if this is just another attempt to grab attention. One thing is for sure, the drama surrounding Beyonce and Jason Lee is far from over, and the public eagerly awaits any further revelations that may come to light. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.